Hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I have a crafty haul from Graphic 45. This is my design team package, and it includes all of the most recent releases from Graphic 45. So, this one and the next one I'll show are already available for purchase in the shop. So you can pop on over if you are interested. I'm not going to actually flip through these individual designs, but I just want to show what I got. So this one is the Deluxe Collector's Edition. This is Steampunk Spells. It's got some really fantastic kind of old world charm. The Deluxe Collector's Edition, you can get an 8x8, but there's also the 12x12, so that's available also. I just don't have it. And with this one in particular, my thought for this is actually to create a DIY mini scrapbook. So I'll link to it in the upper corner, but I created a 6x6 scrapbook. Well, the final dimensions were 6 1/4 by 6 3/4, but it was designed so that I can use full 6x6 pattern papers. And then I did like really simple wire loop binding for it, and I loved it. And so the 8x8 though, I think is going to be more ideal, especially for gift giving, because then you can just print like a standard 4x6 and you're still going to see the lovely paper behind it. So I think 8x8 is going to be fantastic for DIY mini scrapbooks. And after I made that first one, which I made for myself, um, I immediately thought I want to make more of these and give them out as gifts. So that's my plan right now with this paper collection. But we'll see. I might get hit by some different inspiration and change my plan. The next paper collection is called Charmed. And again, this is already available for purchase. I don't have the full collection here. I just picked up the 12x12 patterns and solids. So you'll get 16 sheets in total. There's actually going to be 12 different designs because for each of the 4 colorways, you get 2 patterns that are a little bit more contrasty. On the back of those 2 patterns is another pattern, a third pattern, but it's so subtle you can treat it as a solid. So essentially for each of the 4 colorways, you're going to get 3 patterns, 2 that are a little bit more contrasty. On the back of those sheets, you'll have a more solid pattern. So I've got the 12x12 patterns and solids. I have the 12x12 papers, and in here you're going to get 2 each of the 8 double-sided designs, and so in total that's going to be 16 sheets. And then I also have the 8x8, and in the 8x8 you're going to get 3 sheets of each of the 8x8 designs, and this is going to be so much fun for Halloween crafting. And I mentioned this a little bit in my previous Graphic 45 DT haul video, but the reason why I do like to get all 3 is because I feel like the patterns and solids are really fantastic for extending, your kind of A-side patterns from the collection pack, because the A-side always has a little bit more going, typically anyways. And then on the B-side, you'll often find maybe something in a similar vein to a pattern and solid. But if you do have your patterns and solids, then you don't have to sacrifice your A-side design if that's what you want to use. The other thing that I really like with patterns and solids is that often if I'm making gift boxes, I like for the bottom portion, the main portion of the box to be a little bit more subtle, and then I put the really pretty papers on the lid. And sometimes even on the on the bottom of the box when you open it too, just as a little surprise. But that's where the patterns and solids are really nice to have. And when I'm not 100% certain, because I have a couple of projects in mind, but I don't know what scale images are going to work best, that's why I like to have both the 8x8 and the 12x12, because they're the exact same pattern but kind of on a smaller scale. So That's why I like to pick up all three when I have multiple project ideas. I'm not certain exactly, what scale images I want to use. It's just nice to have it so that in the middle of crafting, if I find that I need it, I don't have to like wait to buy it. Then I also really love that the collection packs are now starting to come out with coordinating stamp sets. So this is a 3x4 stamp set and has a lot of the same imagery as what you'll find in the pattern paper. And so here, it's fantastic because you can stamp, let's say the switch, you want to use the switch, but maybe use her on top of a different pattern. And maybe instead of a yellow dress, you want her in a purple dress or a green dress. Well, you can do that. You can stamp her out and then color her however you like to match. And that just helps you kind of extend your paper collection and customize it to what you want. So these two collections are already out, already available for sale. Then Graphic 45 also treated us to the new upcoming Christmas collections. So on the Graphic 45 blog, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below, but you can get a sneaky peek at what all the papers and patterns are in this deluxe collector's edition. So this one's called "Twas the Night Before Christmas." You have the 12 by 12, which has 3 of each of the 8 double-sided designs. You'll have essentially 12 by 12 spread of stickers, and as well, with the deluxe collector's edition, you always get the chipboard elements to go with it. So really lovely that. I'm not going to open it, but what I will do is flip through the 8x8 because it's a little bit easier to show on camera. So you've got this kind of storybook, vintagey sort of feel to this paper collection. Really, really beautiful. So I'll just quickly flip through this. I might make a DIY scrapbook album from this. The wire binding makes albums super fast and easy to create, so that's why I think I can make several as gifts for the holidays, because it's not quite as time consuming to make as a mini album would. And the other thing is, with my mini albums, I tend to like to do little tuck spots, flips and flaps and waterfalls, and sometimes for people who aren't super familiar with that style, it can take a little bit of explaining in terms of where do you put your photos and what all flips out. And so I feel like a DIY scrapbook just doesn't require an instruction manual for folks who aren't familiar with that style of mini album. And so that's why I'm super excited to kind of maybe use this pack to make another scrapbook to actually gift. These are really, really pretty. This one, these circles are pretty cool because if you have a circle punch, you can just punch. They're perfect circles, so you can just punch them out. And in fact, if you wanted to line the back with double-sided adhesive tape, then you can punch it and then have stickers. And you can use that as seals, envelope seals. You can use it as a seal for maybe if you make homemade cookies and you gift them, you can use it to kind of seal the bag. I like that print. That's pretty cool. Oh, and I love typography patterns like these. And then the more you look at it, the more you can kind of see little fun images. Oh, that's really pretty too. Really, really, I love everything that I'm seeing here. These are going to be great for cards. They're going to be great for scrapbooking. So this is about the time where I'll be making advent calendars and December planners as gifts. And so this is all coming at a really, really opportune time for me. I'm starting to really kick my Christmas crafting in high gear. So that is the Twas the Night Before Christmas Deluxe Collector's Edition. Super excited for that. Then there's another Christmas collection. This one is called Warm Wishes. Before I actually flip through, let me just show you what all you can get if you want to get the full collection, because Graphic 45 did give us everything that you can get. So we've got the collection pack, of course, so that's 2 each of the 8 double-sided papers with that 12 by 12 spread of stickers, which are great. And again, these already being stickers, you could use these as envelope seals and, to seal bags, gift bags and whatnot. Then there's also the 12 by 12 patterns and solids. So as per usual, you have your 4 colorways. You've got, in each of the colorways, 2 more contrasty patterns and then 1 pattern that's a little bit more of a solid because it's so subtle. So on the backs of these 2 patterns, you'll find the solid. This colorway for Christmas is really fantastic. It's very, it's unique, I think, to find black for one. I don't often see black used in a lot of Christmas collections, so I think that's fantastic. It's got some really rich, kind of warm gold tones almost, and so I think that's really fantastic as well. Something a little bit almost kind of classic about that. So loving that. You can also get available separately is the chipboard elements. So there's that. I would use these on like mini albums or as just tags really. But for card making, I probably wouldn't use these because they are so thick. I would opt for these in my card making, the Ephemera pack, because they're thinner, but they're still really nice and sturdy, and you get a really good variety of them. There's some tags, there's some decorative elements, there's sentiments, there's banners, so there's a lot here that can be used for kind of quick and easy card making. These are also fantastic for card making too. So these are journaling cards, and they come in 4x6 and 3x4, and you get quite a few. There's 32 of them in here. And if you can kind of see from the packaging, I won't open it up, but there's a lot of them, if not, I would say most of them, it looks like, actually have a sentiment on them. So that's why I feel like these are really great for card making, because they can be your topper. You can add some mats and layers and then top it off with one of these journaling cards and boom, you're done. So I think those would be really great for card making. Then there's the stamp set that goes with Warm Wishes, and this is fantastic because the first thing that I thought about was stamping out my own background, especially with these snowflake patterns, because you get 3 of them. And I love doing that. I love making my own, basically my own patterns and solids. And if you use like a watermark ink, for example, and you stamp that onto solid color paper, it has the effect of just darkening that color of the paper, so it doesn't introduce a different color, it just darkens the paper. And this would be great for, let's say, sometimes I just wrap a present in tissue paper because I don't have gift wrap. So to dress up that just plain tissue paper, you could stamp on there too. And then that gives you a really lovely texture and makes it a little bit more special than just plain solid tissue paper. And so I might do that with this stamp set as well. Okay, so now let me flip through the actual papers so that you can have a nice close look at all of the patterns that come. This is the 8x8, and in the 8x8, you're going to get 3 sheets of each of the 8 double-sided designs that I'll be showing here. So, again, this really, really lovely. I might pull off, a set of sheets just to save it for making a one of my DIY scrapbooks. And I like the smaller scale because really I feel like it's easier for me anyways to kind of fill this canvas, an 8x8 canvas, especially knowing that a 4x6 photo is going to take up most of it. But this is gorgeous. This is very snippable too. You can really kind of take individual elements out of this if you want, but it is beautiful as a pattern on its own. And then this is lovely too. Kind of similar but to that last one, but in a sort of different colorway. Again, it's got some of the darker black in there, which I think is lovely with that gold. I could totally see myself gold heat embossing, warm wishes onto some of these papers. That's gorgeous. Did I show this? I can't remember. There's that. And here's a cut apart sheet, so you get some borders, really great for card making as well. You have some, like that could be a really nice card topper. It's already got Merry Christmas and focal image. So really nice cut aparts to use there. Look at that. Yeah, I can see why this is called warm wishes, because I do see a lot of that kind of warm gold color. Ooh, pretty. And these are almost like your patterns and solids built into this paper collection. Some beautiful poinsettias. Look at that. And another sheet of cut aparts. Look at these little stamps. Pretty cool. Oh, that's gorgeous. Pardon my puppy if you heard him just now. And that's really pretty too. You can kind of see that postage mark there. This is lovely. I love, as I mentioned, I love typography kind of patterns. And actually, looking at this, okay, so here's something. You could take this as inspiration. And if you look at the stamp set that you can get as part of this collection, you can almost recreate something very similar, because we've got the nice, like a larger sort of sentiment, and that would be your warm wishes here. Then you've got something that's a little bit more kind of long and horizontal, so you've got Happy Holidays. That can be this element here, your merry and bright. And then this also has like a circular wreath with a sentiment inside. And this one on the paper says Merry Christmas, but here you've got joy inside a wreath. And then to fill in kind of everything else, there's lots of those little snowflakes. There's other stuff too. There's some decorative swirls and whatnot, but like I said, use this as inspiration, but then make your own with the stamps. So that's, one of the things to kind of use as a clue or a hint if you want to search for inspiration and ideas, is to just look at how they've combined some of the imagery and how they've used it, because all of the stamps are, there's something from this paper collection that has inspired this stamp set. And so you can see how it's been used in the pattern paper designs, and then if you're looking for ideas anyways, and then use that as a jumping off point to kind of springboard from. So those are all of the paper collections. So the two Christmas ones, again, if you go to the shop, the Graphic 45 website, you can see the blog post, and that is a preview of it. And as well, I think the collection pages are up, so you can actually see what all from the Graphic 45 shop coordinates with these new collections. They just aren't quite available for sale yet. But speaking of staples and other things that Graphic 45 offers, in our design team package, we not only where we treated to the newest, latest, and greatest paper collections, but we had the ability to kind of top off our craft room with additional goodies of our own choice. So what I chose were the ink pads that I wanted so much but did not get last time. So Graphic 45 has 6 different hybrid ink pads in the colors peachy pink, brick red, natural linen, lovely lilac, marine blue, and classic black. They are all hybrid ink pads. They are acid free, so great for your scrapbooking and mini album making. And the 2 that I will probably use first are the classic black and natural linen. I think natural linen, obviously I haven't opened this yet, so I don't know for sure, but I think natural linen actually might be a good color for doing no line coloring. So stamping out your image and then coloring it in, and the final result being that you barely see that outline anymore, if at all. And it just gives you a very different look from stamping in black and seeing that black outline. So I got the 6 ink pads that are offered, and then I got the 6 trim packages, which I also really wanted last time but did not get. And these go with the 6 colors here. So natural linen, we have classic ivory, and natural linen trim. So you have 3/8 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch. Satin ribbon, chevron linen, and this is a grosgrain ribbon. So that's the natural linen. Then black, we've got photogenic black. And again, same kind of type of ribbon and same sizing. Then in the red colorway, we have triumphant red. Same thing, satin, a chevron, and a grosgrain. 3/8 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch. In the peach colorway, we have precious pink. And then in the purple colorway, we have French lilac and purple royalty. There's a difference with this one though. Sizing is the same, 3/8 of an inch, 3/4, 3/8. However, the 2 3/8 of an inch wide ribbon are both satin. There's no grosgrain ribbon here. So, and I think that's because we get 2 shades of purple. So there's like a lighter lilac purple and then a deeper purple, which if you compare the other ones that had the grosgrain, it's because the colors are pretty much the same. So they want to give you something a little bit different. So they've given you the variation in the form of the texture and type of ribbon, whereas here we're getting variation in the form of color, but they're both satin. And the same is going to be true of blue. So this is Bon Voyage and French blue trim. So again, the 2 ribbons that are 3/8 of an inch wide are both satin. It's just that one is in a darker navy blue and the other is in sort of a lighter, like, would you call that a cornflower blue? So both of those are satin, no grosgrain ribbon in this package. So again, that kind of goes colorway wise with the marine blue. And the reason why I wanted to get both of these is because, especially since I love that we're getting the stamps that go with. One of the things that you'll see me do is, let's say, I haven't visited for a while, but let's say you went to the Warm Wishes collection page. My guess is what I would pick. You can see if Graphic 45 picked the same things, but I think in terms of the colorway for Warm Wishes, I would probably include classic black, natural linen, and brick red. And so what you may see is in the collection page for Warm Wishes, you might see the coordinating ribbons that go with that. So the ivory, the photogenic black, and the triumphant red ribbon. And one of the things that I was thinking is, if I make, let's say, advent calendar and I want to add a little tag to it, I might actually just stamp out my own tag, and then I can use some coordinating ink to stamp that out. Maybe do a little background stamping, stamp the sentiment in a different color, and especially for tags, I'll have the ribbon to match and coordinate to go with that. So that's sort of why I really love having all 6 colorways, because I think more often than not, if not always, the collection pages will include at least one. Especially since black goes with everything, and probably ivory goes with most everything as well. And so you can always go there to see what Graphic 45 has curated to go with each of those collections. And then as you're making additional things to go with your project, like tags, like tissue paper, or making your own gift wrapping paper, you'll have all of the colors that perfectly coordinate. The last thing that I picked up, almost forgot, is this. This is the black and gold glitter washi tape, which I thought would be really perfect for Warm Wishes because it does have the black, and it's got, nice warm gold tones. And so I thought this would be perfect. There's another set of 2 washi that's available, and I think that's more in the white and silver. But I wanted this one because I think it'll go really well with Warm Wishes. And so if I was putting together the collection page for Warm Wishes, this is probably what I would curate for it, is these 3 colors, 3 in the inks, these 3 colors in the ribbon. And Graphic 45 also does things like the flowers as well. So you can get flower packs in these different colorways as well. And so I would throw those in too. So that is what I got in my design team package from Graphic 45. When I craft with all of these goodies, it's going to be a lot of different projects. And so at the end of this video, I'll be able to link to one of those projects, but I always also link to a playlist. And so I have a Graphic 45 playlist where you can see all of the projects where I showcase Graphic 45 product. And that's going back, way back before I was even on the Graphic 45 design team. So you can see my projects. Probably the best place to find them is on that Graphic 45 playlist. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and sort of a closer sneaky peek at the new Christmas collections. Definitely looking forward to crafting with all of these goodies, and so look forward to those project videos coming soon. Thank you again, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.